There we go.
We're back! Luna's gonna keep walking me through this game, and I'm gonna keep making whatever observations and hopefully jokes that I can.
Alright, so... just broke out of jail. Let's start stealing things now, shall we? Wow, okay. That was a lot more money than was in the ancient frickin' vault.
That was a shocking amount of money.
Guess now we're probably gonna be fighting guards.
Yep, it's a prison break. Like every good anime or RPG.
Alright,
They all have one.
These guys are Earth. Rygar and Kareen, our new party members, are Earth and Water, respectively. And TM Tops is Wind. So actually, we ended up with a pretty well-rounded group as far as that goes. Let's see. Rygar, you slash them. Atsuma, you punch them a lot. And TM Tops will actually do a fair bit of damage to these guys because of the element difference. Yeah, that should do.
Power up. Yeah.
Almost got all of them. And Rygar, at the moment at least, cannot do anything past the first row except put barriers up. So, gonna just have him... He may as well put a barrier around Kareen. That seems like something he'd do. Atsuma, just punch that last one. We're good.
I'm feeling it now.
I'll finish this. That's the end of that.
Let's get moving.
Surprisingly few prisoners or guards really in this. A random pizza golem. Okay.
Yeah, are we keeping golems prisoner in the prison now? I thought they were like robots.
Also, I mean, this is the only one of these you ever see. Oh, well, there went Kareen. Yeah, that was one of the fights that the golems, the enemy side, started first. It'll say caught off guard. And again, I have no idea what governs that. It seems to mostly happen randomly. But yeah, the pizza golem here always struck me as really weird because you don't see any of these anywhere else in London City. London City does not really have a whole lot of non-combat utility golems like Yokohama City had. They don't have as many golems because they don't have as much material to make them. And so all of the golems that they have are very utilitarian. Most of them are combat. So how did this crazy pizza golem get here?
Did it walk all the way from Yokohama?
Maybe?
Also, if you know how that surprise round thing works, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, I would actually be very interested in knowing how that works. That has always confused me.
All right.
And there went TM Tops.
Oh no, the cute Triceratops.
Poor little TM Tops. Okay, Rygar, slash it. And Flare Rush isn't going to do much because the pizza golems are fire, so we're just going to punch it. Are you on like 1 HP? Seriously?
This is the most tanky pizza I've ever heard of.
It is actually on 1 HP.
Well,
okay, Rygar, just get out of the way.
That magic pixel of health ain't gonna save you now.
Half of our party got wiped by a pizza. We're doomed.
I don't think we're that doomed, but maybe a little doomed.
It doesn't inspire confidence at the very least. What's our VP at? Not amazing. Also, I could have swore in the 360 version that like the VP was always a round number. 100, 30, 70, 60. Is that the difference between versions or maybe a slight error due to our totally legitimate PS3?
And that went a lot better than last battle.
Yep. Well, I think I mentioned before that the golems that you find and engage to get their core materials, they're always quite a bit stronger than the random encounters that you will have in the area that they're found.
And always punch all the boxes. You'll get enough loot and stuff that it's worth it.
Sometimes you even like find more hidden stuff. Like there are points in the game where you have to punch through boxes and behind them there might be a chest or something. Like it's always worth doing.
What's this? This place looks pretty strange.
Strange. These are the waterways inside the dam.
Dam? Why does the prison lead out into a dam?
The dam and these waterways are all part of London Castle, you know.
A dam and castle combination? Why would anyone build such a thing?
Why indeed?
To keep something sealed safely away.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
Oh, no.
Huh?
You don't seem very interested.
I just want to get out of here, okay?
Atsuma is not the brightest bulb. We already know.
I've got to find out what happened to Toy and the others as quickly as possible.
His one brain cell can really only keep track of one goal at a time, plus his constant food fixation.
Come on then.
Well, I'm just waiting for Devil Gundam 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I don't know what he means. Audience, do you know what he means?
Oh, I just mixed up Golem and Gundam. There's a whole anime. It has a Devil Gundam in it. Main boss.
Her outfit looks honestly a lot better than it did on the 360 version.
Yeah, that's much better. Also, if I'm making a war robot or golem, I'm not going to have it say damage when it gets damaged and confirm that, yes, you are in fact hurting it.
Yeah, honestly, although compared to what some of the ones in the sealed ward were saying, especially the one that had the sword and shield, which I'm pretty sure when you kill it says, "Who's your daddy?" of all things. Feel free to watch that back and confirm if you also think that. But yeah, seriously, who put that in?
Rage and...
And we got TM Tops front and center, as he should be.
Yes, the party mascot.
And she did say that this would happen like every 10 steps or so, so yeah.
Yeah, a lot of this is going to be cut for your benefit. I mean, upside, you never really have to grind because the random encounter rate is so high, unless you're intentionally trying to raise a golem that you acquire later in the game. Yeah, you don't really have to worry about that. You will naturally gain the experience and the skill points that you need.
Hardly worthy opponents.
Let's get moving.
Oh no, Atsuma's dreaded enemy, the ladder.
The thing, he didn't even know what a ladder was until yesterday, apparently. Let's see, is there anywhere else I could have... It's a good habit in these. I do not remember every single secret in the levels, and it's just a good habit to stop and look around a lot, because they love to hide like treasure chests, golems that you can fight, all kinds of stuff like that.
I do see ladders, so...
We will check both sides. Okay, so that just had money. Definitely, I don't see any way through that gate. There's no way to interact with it, so we're gonna have to go to the other side. And I believe I see guards, so gonna catch some more assault charges.
More fights. More XP. And honestly, considering that this game, I don't feel has the soundtrack budget of a Final Fantasy, every track's good.
Yeah.
They went the smart route and made fewer tracks instead of a bunch of bad ones.
Yeah, tracks that loop pretty well, too. Unfortunately, the only one that I really take an issue with is the main battle theme being a little bit too much for smaller fights, but not the end of the world.
You there! Halt! The prisoners are escaping! Stop them!
We've been spotted.
You think? We walked right up to them, Atsuma.
We've got no choice but to fight them. Come on, Rygar.
As you say.
Yeah, Rygar's awesome. He's a real ride or die guy.
Well, he is if you're Kareen.
Yeah.
Takes him a while to really warm up to anyone else. Let's see, I believe these guys are all Earth. Yep. So, TM Tops, do your thing.
Fire!
Well then.
This is gonna be a tough optional battle, isn't it?
Okay. God, you guys don't have EXs yet. That sucks. Okay, that will take out the knight right in front of Rygar and put the other one at just below 40 health, I think. Kareen. Yeah, you may as well do Aqua Mist to the other one. Start whittling him down.
Oh no.
Okay. Rygar can take him out. This guy can do 58 damage. He will take Rygar out if we don't heal him. He will do just enough. So, Kareen, start healing.
Healing power.
Good.
Thanks.
Okay. So, Rygar, you're gonna scoot. Let's see. So, his spear, he cannot hit us in these two spaces because the bodies of his comrades are blocking those spaces. So, I'm gonna move back here to give us a turn. So, let's see, his barrier hits those two, so... I'm still gonna have her heal. I don't think it'll hit Rygar because he didn't move here till after she did the heal. Unless they changed that from the 360 version. But both of them will get the barrier. Yeah, Rygar hadn't moved yet. But they both get the barrier. That will help. And it made that guy move forward, so Rygar can now attack him. And I'm gonna have Kareen keep healing so that Rygar stays in this. Okay, so if he, with the barrier, now does 43 damage to us each attack. So that's a lot easier to deal with. Rygar, I'm gonna have you move back. Well, no, we want you to stay in front of Kareen, actually. Yeah, Aqua Mist will do a fair bit, but ideally we want him to move. How much health does he have left? Yeah, we need him to move forward. Okay, Rygar, recover some ether. Kareen, keep healing us.
Good.
This is not ideal. I should have treated these guys a bit more seriously from the start of the combat, and that is going to bite us because this is going to take a lot of VP. But we got it. Yeah, ouch.
That takes care of them.
We're inside the dam though, right? So, why are these soldiers in here?
Atsuma, this does lead to the prison. It kind of makes sense that there would be guards.
Security seems pretty tight.
What do you expect? All forces in London City are on full alert.
Full alert? Is that...
I'm going to assume that it's because of Yokohama. But
Just as you say, the city is on alert because Yokohama City was wiped out by a revived devil golem.
I mean, we clearly caused a bit of a stir, but compared to an entire city being wiped off the map in an afternoon, that's probably not on most people's minds.
Yeah, you roughed up a few people, but that city is gone.
Yeah, we were left in the hands of their drunkest jailer, so...
Everyone in London is afraid that we'll be the devil golem's next target.
Makes sense.
a devil golem? Her!
Yokohama City was wiped out by the Queen of Ice.
She destroyed the city!
There were no survivors. Aside from you, I guess.
That can't be! Toya can't be dead! Even Mikado, they must be alive! I know it!
Okay, keep your voice down. We've still got a ways to go before we get to London City. Let's keep up the pace.
As you say.
Oh, thank Christ that gets another attack for Rygar so that he can do something other than just hit the front row.
You'll probably want to check all your skills, get them all equipped. Because...
I'm gonna check just to make sure they didn't start us with anything that wasn't equipped, but I don't think so, no. Also, I know that you can't learn skills, TM Tops, but... Okay, sometimes it's still worth checking the golem skills because they can have weird supports and such. For example, for TM Tops, the rage status doesn't work on him because he has that support skill, negate rage. That being said, rage is not that bad of a status. There are certainly more useful ones, but it'll be really nice when we start to get to the point that we can purchase support skills for our human party members. Really, Atsuma?
Do you not know swimming?
You don't know what swimming is.
Like, even that it exists.
We really don't. It's hit A to start swimming and then move like normal. Seriously. I promise it is not.
Again, FromSoft tutorializes a bit too much in this, and then sometimes not enough in other games. Good thing is all their games have extremely fair difficulty, so, you know, could be worse.
Okay, we're starting to actually get a little bit of money now. So, let's look through the skills and see what we could get. We could get a more powerful punch for Atsuma, or a ranged attack for Atsuma that could lock an enemy into the square that they're in. That can actually be quite useful early on. It doesn't do much damage, but can be nice. However, high charge is also super useful, especially later, because it boosts all of his stats by 50%. Which, especially later in the game, when you've got higher stats, That is a gigantic increase. And then for Kareen, we've got a more powerful kick, and then we've got a kick that affects the same kind of area that Otsuma's Stampede skill does, so it gives her a bit more flexibility in battle. And for Rygar, we've got one of his really good skills, High Earth Shake. So not only does that give us more type coverage, it's also a pretty strong attack. It has a very weird area that it hits, but it's still pretty good. So let's see, I'm definitely going to get that. And I'm going to get the wide kick for Kareen. I know it says wide shoot, it's a kick. I really don't know why they called it that. Let's see, is it worth getting... These might come back to those. Let's see what golems or weapon cores we could get. So weapon cores are in here too. So that's a weapon for Otsuma, that's a weapon for Kareen, that's a weapon for Rygar. Obviously weapon upgrades are pretty dang important. They boost your stats, and different weapons can even be better for different roles. Some of them might boost your support parameter and make your healing skills better, but not have as great of attack. Some might be better for direct attacks, others might be better for ranged, so on and so forth. I do not remember all of them, so we're just gonna have to make them and test them out, because I honestly have a pretty hard time telling from just the numbers listed there, like, what they're great for. For me, it's better if I just, you know, have them and can compare them on the character to see what goes up and what goes down with different weapons.
It looks like they also require those gems that you get from punching all the boxes and barrels.
Yes.
Again,
those gems,
it's worth doing.
Those gems are needed to synthesize weapons and to synthesize the golems as well. The one thing that you occasionally have to grind for in this game are the gems. It's almost never for XP or even money. It's almost always for the dang gems. Sasquatch is really freaking good. He is one of my favorites, and he can carry you through the game. I'm not kidding. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get him. See if we can synthesize that golem, get another member in our party. Possibly the Ria Mimosa to have another healer, although we do have Kareen now. More healers is always good. Although, would we have the gems to synthesize both? I don't know if we'd have enough speed gems. We have not gotten very many of those, and that one needs a lot. So I think I'm going to hold off on that. Synthesize Sasquatch. Look at him. He's fuzzy and adorable.
And the synthesized screen looks very Monster Rancher.
Yeah, it does. Let's see. The Night Servant and the Crazy Pizza are not ones that I use all that much, which might seem weird because I still went out of my way to fight them. I will fight every single golem that I see, even if I don't intend to make them. It's just what I do. But I don't want to make those at the moment. Do we have any weapon cores? Let's see. I mean, that would be an improvement, not a big one. Just a slight boost to attack damage. I think I'm going to wait until we get the core that's at the store, because that'll be a bigger jump. So, with the rest of the money, I'm going to buy these two skills. And that's almost all of our money for the moment, so that is everything we can do. Now, let's try out this new swimming thing that apparently Otsuma's never heard of.
And apparently, he's not even really having to swim all that much, so much as wade.
No, he's definitely swimming.
Okay.
It's just kind of hard to see.
It just looks weird.
And yes, you can still have random encounters in the water, and they will magically transport you to land.
It's fine.
think this just opens that gate. So I guess we could have just quickly grabbed the money there. The game doesn't always give you good double back options like that, though, so... Lowering the water levels so that we can climb down here. And I guess probably exit through there, although it looks like we can still swim across to get to that lower platform, but I'm not seeing anything there that actually looks interesting. So we're just gonna go out.
And we're now outside again.
Yep. So I guess we're near the castle. I don't know if that's like up behind us, I think is what that looks like, or like there's definitely a tower there, but that is not the entire castle. Doesn't look like there's anything over there, no grapple points or anything, so gonna go this way. And can't go any further that way, so in here we go.
Okay, so we got grapple points. We're in again in the water tower.
Just a chest right there. Wow. Okay, game.
It's being very generous with its grapple points.
And money. Okay, let's see. Before we take the obvious route, I'm not seeing any way down, and you can't swim without raising the water level, so guess that is the only way to go.
Make sure you... Yep, you got it.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope, Atsuma, the barrels. There we go. Now the ladder.
Yeah, Spire Sense went off as soon as he realized he hadn't punched everything.
Okay, what the...
Okay, weird
What are
blob
those?
monsters and guards.
Yeah, these I know what they are. They're just like guard golems. But
But-
these, like, tumor things?
They look like they have G-Virus.
Okay, apparently...
Did we switch to Resident Evil?
Evidently. So they can negate barriers, and they have a pretty nasty fire attack that's probably not going to be great for Corrine, so we need to take those things out fast. That being said, her Aqua Mist isn't going to be super great for them. Actually, how much damage will that do? About 62 damage, so we need to do just over 20 damage to finish killing them.
Attack!
And there went TM Tops again.
Poor TM Tops.
And that takes both of them out.
The final blow.
I think TM Tops has one more battle and a maybe two, assuming I don't get him knocked out again, before I have to take him out of the party to let him try to recover some VP. And yeah, that's actually one of the golems that I like to use, so here we go. So he hits like a truck. So we need to do as much damage to him as fast as possible before his minions, I guess? I mean, they're all golems, but I want to say minions just because he's so much stronger than they are. Yeah, before they, like, do things like put a barrier or boost his parameters, which will make him hit even harder, we need to take him out fast. So that will do 54 damage. And now we're doing a little over 80. TM Tops, I think we need you to possibly put a barrier on us. I get a feeling that this fight's gonna go. In fact, you know what? Let's just use the EX. Now's a good moment. And TM Tops, put a barrier on these guys. Give us a bit more staying power. No, I'm not boosting.
Fire! Burn it up!
Seriously, how can you not love a game that lets you do that?
Alright!
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, so good news is they did not put a barrier on him. So he's still taking full damage. We should be able to take him down.
Bad news is some of them have barriers, but
I think they're both low enough on health, I should still be able to take them out. TM Tops to arrow bolt that back rank to get that. He'll take him out even at, well, he'll actually be 25% damage because it's wind type and then damage minus 50%. That'll still do it. Just. So the arrow bolt will take him out and it'll do quite a bit of damage to him even through the 50% reduction because of that's earth type and, you know, then the typing is working for us. And then Atsuma is going to punch because Kareen should be able to finish taking out the soldier in front with Aquamist. Yeah, that's a lot more manageable. Okay. Let's see, Rygar, unfortunately, no, he has Slash now, so actually, yeah, he can hit that one. Atsuma, you're just gonna kind of scoot over because he could attack if he could get to where TM Tops is standing, but I would actually rather have TM Tops' attack against that thing because of the typing.
Attack!
Recover!
I'm alive again.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, TM Tops needs to be rotated out now. He has 2 VP left.
Watch these fists go!
Okay, so one problem you might notice when you have a big golem like Sasquatch, you can't see. Well, luckily, you can actually change camera angles. There are quite a few different ones that you can use. My favorite for when I've got a big golem is the top down. So whenever we've got Sasquatch or some of the other larger golems, this is how battles are gonna look. So he only has 2 moves, but they're good moves. He has a very powerful ice punch, I guess. He uses his foreleg, so I'm going to call it a punch. That does quite a bit of damage and scales pretty well, even into the late game. And then he has Giga Charge, which means he can boost the parameters of himself and nearby allies by 25%. It used to be 50%. They nerfed it in this version. It's still good, but not as good.
Power of
Attack!
It is nice that the animations still play out in a cinematic way, even if you're doing top-down battles.
Yeah, you still get to see everything. It's just a little bit easier during the planning stage when you're trying to figure out who's hitting what.
Yeah, some strategy games sacrifice visuals for strategy and vice versa. This one's got a nice mix of both. Let's hope this city doesn't get knocked down. It's a pretty nice place. And more boxes will be destroyed.
And none hiding there. And now the sewer.
Because every game has a sewer level. And it's the only way to sneak downtown without even more guards trying to fight us. But
Catching even more assault charges. Let's see. How many assault charges? And there's probably also a charge for the just breaking out of jail to begin with. It's probably not looking good. Well, that's for future Atsuma to worry about.